Hey YouTube, this is Quentin 601. I'm here to do my review on Love and Hip Hop. This latest episode, I assume it came out that show yesterday, Monday. I haven't been watching it in a while. I've been slacking, but this last episode, I'm just gonna go in on this last episode. This last episode was about Emily and her with this fashion show and Fabulous showing up, and Kim Bella trying to squash beef basically with Chrissy and Jim Jones' mama wanting to do a video. Um, what else? Olivia career basically not taking off and all kind of stuff. So I'm going off memory. I did have notes, but I end up I don't have them with me. So I'm just gonna go off the top of my head because I just want to go ahead and make this video for y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna start with um, I'm gonna start with first. I'm gonna start with the situation with Tiarra Marie and Emily, and then I'm gonna roll over into Fabulous being in her fashion at the fashion show. Tiarra Marie, you need to stay in your lane. You need to stay in your place. Emily just broke up with Fabulous, with Fab, a few months ago, whatever the case may be. She does not need anybody to trying to be matchmaker for her, and she is on the right path. And you need to let her stay on that path of getting herself together and doing what she needs to do to be an independent woman so she won't be in the position that she is right now, not having a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. You know what I'm saying? When she left that, she didn't have nothing. But she moved to Jersey, got her little apartment or whatever the case may be, then had to get out and grind and basically beg for a job because she want to be a stylist and stuff like that. And now she got her opportunity. You don't need to be trying to come through with distractions and distract her from doing what she feel like she needs to be doing right now to support her children or her kid. You just way out of line right now. If anything, you should be supporting her and that fact that she's being an adult and handling her business and taking time and finding herself. And this is how a lot of people get jacked up with relationships is that they get out of one relationship and not even a whole month or two later they hop into another relationship and you wonder why that this new relationship that you hopped into did not work out for you because one, you didn't take the time to find yourself and get yourself back on point, and two, most likely the problems that you had in the last relationship are unresolved altogether and you probably just paid it like, okay, this guy is a dog or he's a bastard or whatever the case may be, or this female is a whore or whatever they cheated on me, this, that, and the fourth, and you really ain't resolved your feelings and issues with the past relationship, and you just brought them over to the new one. So Emily is doing the right thing by taking the time for herself and building herself up as an independent person, and you need to respect that. Now, as far as Fabulous being at the fashion show, my read on that is that okay, true enough, Fabulous he could have gone to any fashion show in the U.S. or global. He could have gone to any fashion show. Fabulous is not broke. Fabulous got a little change. He can go anywhere to any fashion show, but he chose to come to this fashion show that Emily was involved in. And you want to know why he did that? Because he still has feelings for her. If you don't have feelings, if you don't broke up with somebody, and if you don't have the mutual respect and just say the love for that person altogether, not just intimate love, but just genuine love from your heart, then he wouldn't have been there. He wouldn't have been there despite if he was just sitting there and looking at all the models and the fashion and this, that, and the other. He wouldn't have been there to support the cause. So I think that was maybe it was a PR thing for him. I don't know. But still at the same time, I was like, okay, maybe he still has feelings for her and support that she's coming of her own since he kind of dogged her out with having affairs on the side and this, that, and the fourth. Okay. Not on to Chrissy and Kim Bella. Chrissy, to me, is nothing but like she has no class and no taste. She is just, she is too proud. She is just too proud and just too everything for me. I know a lot of people may like Chrissy because she's so called real, whatever the hell that means. But to me, all of this extra walls and shit like that Chrissy has, it's not cute. It's not cute. And no wonder Jim Jones do not want to marry somebody like her because she is just too much. No wonder he wants to keep her as this sideline chick and not his main bitch, even though that is his main bitch. You know what I'm saying? They got a house together and a family together, but he ain't ready to put a ring on it. He ain't ready to put a ring on it. She's not a woman. She is not a woman. She wanting to fight, screaming and hollering. People want to settle disagreements. They're ready to settle disagreements, but yet you're not woman enough to just agree to disagree, have mutual respect, and move on. And that's what Kimbella is trying to do. Kimbella was like, well, we can come up with a time and place and settle this, or we can keep throwing sucker punches at each other until time on. And the only thing it's going to do is build up more and more and more and more animosity and craziness. And even though Kimbella is tacky to me, and she looked kind of crazy, I think that was woman enough on her part that she even stepped out to do this. And another thing with that, Olivia is messy for being in the middle of it because she going back and forth with both of these women and act like she don't know what the hell is going on. She's messy. Olivia is messy, but I'm not even gonna get too much on that. But just know, just watch Olivia. She's messy. I'm gonna talk about her career. Um, but before I talk about her career, like Chrissy, she needed this whole beef with Yandy. She needed to shut that shit down because okay, this and I don't go by this whole fad or craze or whatever that everybody is on been on with her, this I have haters or you a hater and this that and the fourth. But Chrissy is one. Chrissy is one because if you look at how Jim Jones he went to Yondy, he was like, I need this done in 2 days. I don't give a fuck how you do it, you do it. That's I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say besides you did it. And she done it. She pulled off this vampire um rave party for he can have this video and everything. They got that Aston Martin back to working into the video and everything. She pulled strings and got that shit to happen. And when Jim Jones went to Chrissy and was like, she got it done. Is she good now? She was like, uh, yeah, you're a hater. You that is the prime example of somebody hating. Chrissy is the type of person that nobody can do anything better than her, and she is better than everybody else. And when somebody step to her and try to put her into her place, then she get all defensive and say, "Oh, they disrespected me." Then she run to Jim Jones and tell him that knowing that he's a fucking live wire and he just gonna go off the deep end with it because it's his woman. So Chrissy, I don't figured her out, and I don't see how people can really like her because she's not genuine. I don't give a damn. You is from the streets, and you've been fighting ever since you were 2 years old. You've been throwing up. Cause it comes a time that you need to grow the fuck up, Chrissy. Yes, God, and I said it. You need to grow the fuck up. Jim Jones' mama is gonna be in your life regardless with her crazy ass. Yes, she is a psychotic bitch trying to make this damn video and everything. No, I'm not gonna get on her sounding like she been gargling rocks for the last 30 years. Like she been drinking antiseptic, Listerine, gasoline, kerosene, and motherfucking cold crude oil for the last 30 years. Anyway, but Chrissy is just all around flat out messy. She's not a real woman. I don't give a damn. She's not a real woman. She's just so fucking unstable to the point. It's like I think most of the people on the show is scared of her. Just like how everybody was scared of Tammy Roman, how everybody was scared of Jackie Christie. It's the same thing with this show. Everybody is scared of motherfucking Chrissy because pretty much Chrissy and Jim Jones is the stars of that show, and everybody's scared of her. Um, Now to Olivia. Besides her being messy and being in the middle of these two of Kimbella and Chrissy beefing, I sat there and watched her while Yanni was telling Kimbella that she had an opportunity and missed it, that she needs to do what she needs to do to squash this fucking beef and just end it. And which was the right thing to say that she needs to stop because they grown women. They don't need to be going back and forth like that, being all messy. But then again, it's great for entertainment. Meaning it's great for entertainment. But Yanni did have a point that she needed to squash it. Olivia sat right there and pretty much agreed to everything that Yandy said to Kimbella. But then she get around Chrissy when they was at Emily's place when they was trying to put the bunk beds and stuff together. She has a whole nother fucking tune, song, and dance that she was going by. Talking about, well, I don't know, she might get her ass punched in the face with trying to be gangster through email and this and the fourth. I didn't even take it as that she was trying to be gangster in the email. She was woman about it, and instead of like Chrissy, instead of under her breath and hating, holding all this heat and animosity towards somebody, Kimbella actually stepped outside, step forward and be like, look, let me be the biggest bitch and say, okay, let's try to squash this shit. We ain't gotta agree on anything. We ain't got to like each other, but let's just so called we gonna agree to disagree to just squash the beef. We ain't gotta like each other. We ain't gotta hang out. We ain't gotta be at each other's dinner's table. You know what I'm saying? But let's just have the mutual respect simply because of the camp that we're in and the men and people that we know. And Chrissy, she has too much pride to even just say, okay, she ain't gotta apologize. She can just be like, okay, I respect you for coming forward with this. Um, I respect you for coming forth with this. Okay, fine. She could have been like, well, I don't feel like it's right, but I respect that, and we can move forward, and that's it. That's the end of that. We can end it right here. You know, she couldn't even do that. She had to get loud like a fucking street pigeon. Had to get loud like a gawking ass street pigeon. That's but Olivia is in the middle of all that shit. She's in the middle of all of it. Okay, and that's why. And Olivia, about your career, I'm sorry to say, you are not going to be that star that you want to be. Just like old boy said when y'all was on the little bridge, whatever, talking, and he was sitting there crying or whatever. I didn't see not one damn tear. Well, it was a moping. I didn't see one tear come down his eye. He's sitting there moping, talking about, I'm the only one that fuck with you, and blah, 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 I put my life on hold, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, Olivia, you better off as a songwriter for someone helping coach someone get to that next level, something like that. Since you done been in the industry long enough and you know it, and you can't get the breaks that you need, help somebody else get the break. You still gonna get paid. You still gonna get paid if you're a songwriter, and I assume that you're a decent songwriter, and that's why I can see you as a songwriter. But your problem is just like you said, people cannot connect with you because you got ever so many walls up. People cannot connect with you. And furthermore, if you were touring and grinding like you say you were, like where are you grinding? Because I don't hear of you. I don't see of you. Are you doing this only in New York City or New York City and or Jersey? Where are you? Because you're not up and down the East Coast, if anything. You're not doing anything regional. We don't hear from you down south. We don't hear from you in the Midwest. We don't hear you out here on the West Coast. So what exactly are you doing to say that you grinding hard and trying to make this happen? I don't know what you're doing. Jim Jones' mama, aka Psychotic bitch. Stop before you're ahead. Jim Jones, do not agree to make this video. Your mama do not need to embarrass herself, you, and y'all family any more than she already has. It's already bad enough that you got her on the TV show and she think that she's somebody's superstar now. It's already bad enough. Don't agree. I'm sorry, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But it's a whole lot of other stuff that happened in this past show that should have been clocked. But this is just what's on top of my mind right now. I'm gonna try to catch next Monday's episode or whatever and clock and see what's going on with that also. But I apologize that I have not been keeping up with these crazy ass women and this show and this, that, and the fourth. But you guys, on another note, um, since it's the holiday seasons, be careful out there. Um, don't drink and drive. If you have to, get a cab, get a hotel room, whatever you need to do. Be safe out there. It's the holiday season, and we all want to be around our loved ones and spend time with our loved ones. This, that, and the fourth. And I want to see you guys over the next year. So be careful. Enjoy your holidays. Have a Merry Christmas. This is Quentin 601.